Hello, it's Carla here and this is Severin. We're doing an exercise series for you today about drop foot. Now drop foot is, or also known as foot drop, is a very common condition associated with neurological conditions like Parkinson's, MS. It can also be because of spinal injuries, and it also can be because of poor ankle rehabilitation. Now, why it is a problem is that when you take a step forward like this, drop foot means you've lost ankle range of motion. And this means that instead of being able to walk, you start to get a little bit of a shuffle. And it is at that shuffle time, like this, that you're more likely to slip and cause all sorts of other problems in your hip and knee. Now, if you have drop foot, you can still work on it, but it is also nice to avoid it if we can. So what Severin's going to do is step up onto the MAKARLU in the mushroom position, like that. Sorry, Severin. And what she's going to do, we have 2 sticks here she's holding on. At home, make sure you have a kitchen bench or a sturdy chair to hold on to. This is not as easy as it looks. Now at first, she's going to rock back and forward. She's getting a nice stretch in her calf, but she's also wanting to make sure that she points her toes so that you open out through the ankle. Just back and forth. And I'd do this about 10 to 15 times. This is nice just to do daily and just have at your kitchen bench. Now, Severin, what you're going to do next is take 1 foot forward and 1 foot back. Coordination. Now, this may seem silly and easy, but if you really do have a neurological condition, maintaining these coordinated movements are very important. Again, I do maybe 10 to 15 of those. Look at that, and you're smiling. How nice. Okay. And over time, it would be nice not to have the grip of death, but if you feel you need to, just hold on as tightly as you can. Now, what we're going to do is Severin's going to step off there very carefully, and taking that away. I'm just going to take these off you and put them there. Now, what we're going to do is take the MAKARLU, and we've got the 2 middle domes, and we're putting that at the top. We call that fried egg position. And she's going to put that there, and we're going to put that back there. I'll take your stick back, and I'm going to get you to put your foot that way. And you're just going to enjoy the fact that this is rocking from side to side, okay? It makes it a little bit more challenging. It makes it very difficult for you to actually know where you are in space, but it can help you open out the hip a little bit. Is that all right? Just from side to side, just a little. Then what she's going to do is press her back foot down, bend that knee, and now you're going to press this foot forward and back. And forward and back. And really what we're wanting to do here is achieve maybe 15 to 20 of this. Now you can start with the foot at this height, and then you can move the foot back if you like, Severin, and then, and then. And slowly progress it down, each time placing more challenge on this part of the ankle. This part of the ankle is very important because it needs to slide when you put your foot down. And often when somebody has drop foot, this is where they lose some of that mobility. Now, I like to do that, but I also like to add a vision of pink, and you put the 2 balls just here like that. Now, what I'm going to do is put it like that so that it moves just in one plane, so front and back. So again, you're just going to go forward and back, Severin. Now, the difference is, this one, it can move all around, much more challenging, but this one can help you get much greater focus on working within this plane of motion. My suggestion is that you try to do both ways. Is that okay? Nice. And just 2 more. Her legs were going to be really sore by the end of this. And remember, if you need to have a rest between these exercises, do so, okay? But try and do a little bit each day and maybe add each exercise over time. So Severin, what I'm going to do now is we're going to make it a little bit more challenging. Once again, we have that there. You are going to have both sticks. There we are. And you are just going to try and step up onto that. Now, if you can take the whole leg off and show off like Severin, do so. And or if you're not, just take it down and just try and come up to the very tippy toes if you have to. Put as little pressure on the other leg as possible. Good work. She's showing off. And step off there and there. This will probably work you a little bit in your bottom muscles as well. Now, if you're really up for a challenge, what you can do, so that time we had the little things that way. This time we're going to have them this way, running in line with the foot. Believe it or not, it is much harder. So I'm really just trying to let Severin fall down in front of you so that you can have a funny little class. Okay, good. And you can just step up. Now this is really a late stage progression, okay? Don't feel that you have to be doing this straight away. Nice work. Good. Now I would make sure that you try to do this on both sides. Okay? How's that feel, Sarah?
Good.
Okay. So part of what we have to also work on, sorry, I'm just going to put this one here. Now you see I've only got the inside dome here, but if you want you can have 2 or 3 domes. Each time you add in an extra dome, it adds a lot more pressure, okay? So I would start with just 1 dome. So Severin, can you stand with your heels on here, and we're just going to do a little squat. And you're going to have, again, just remember to hold on, okay? Just come back here, just over here a little bit more. Is that okay? Mm-hmm. And you're just going to do a little squat, bend. Now, Severin's got pretty good ankle range. So she's going to be able to get a nice squat. I don't expect you to get this squat straight away. Then go back up and down, slowly, slowly, allowing yourself more and more time. Now, what I would do is start with maybe 10 like that. Then, you'll only have to do 3, okay? So then, what we're going to do is go back to the fried egg position. And, Severin, what I'll do is let you step off there for a sec. Let's bring those sticks over here a bit more. And you're just going to have that there and there. Now, we've put this back on that slam position, there and there. And now you're going to do your squats again, and it's going to be a little bit more unstable. Just back and forward. Nice. Can you feel that little wobble?
Oh, yes.
And again, I want you to feel like you're working on your balance.
It's like squatting in heels.
Yes. Good. Now, what you would like to do is start making this lower and lower each time. So next time she comes off, she's just going to work with this underneath your heels. Is that okay?
Yeah.
And you're going to progressively lower your heels down. Again, you'll do maybe 10 to 15. Now remember, you may not have to do all of this at once. Please work your way up, okay? It's not a competition. Work to your tolerance and work to your ability. So now I'm going to go back and lower the slant angle again, and we're putting that under each ankle. Oops. Oops. There we are. Nice. And you're going to lower up and down. So this does feel like we're doing the squat challenge, but, well, it is. Okay, so you'll do maybe 15 to 20 of this, maybe starting 1 week with just one series in this series, and then slowly adding it up. Then I'm going to take this away from you, dear, and you're going to put that there, and there, and down. And then you're just going to lower. Woo! Now, all I want you to do here is just press in. Good work. Can you feel that?
Yeah.
Nice. And now, the thing about drop foot, it's not just about this dorsiflexion, so this flat foot position. It's also about how the front muscles have to work as well, and how weak you can be in the back muscles and your calf muscles. They may be really tight and rigid, but you need to keep them long and strong. So what I'm going to get you to do is you're going to put that foot on there, and we're going to put that foot on there. Now, what we're going to do is we've challenged.
I need the baby one slightly further back.
Oh, do you? Okay. So I'm going to actually put the middle dome under as well. And I recommend you do the middle dome to start. So what you're going to do is slowly lift your heels up. Good. Now you may not go up that high. That's okay. Slowly lower them down. Soften the knees just a little bit and then go back up. Now you'll see that there's a bit of give in these. That's okay, because I want you not to be in so much pain from the pressure of the domes. Keep them soft. If you are strong enough, grade them up, but it's not a competition for pain. Okay, how's that feeling?
Yeah, nice.
Okay, so then what you're going to do is maybe just take it down. You might just then have just this size and do another 10 to 15 like that, or take it all the way down. Is that okay, dear? Yeah. Okay, so you can step off there, and we're just going to there. Smile and enjoy that. Now, what we're going to do is I'm going to get you to sit on here. Now, again, this is something you may not do straight away, okay? Now, you can do this in a whole different series of ways once you're on the chair. So if we're on the chair, you might just to do a little bit of sliding work. So let's put your heel there, and you might just want to practice sliding and back, okay? And if it was too hard for you to do the standing work today, still try and do the seated work, okay? So she's just going to go back and she's going to drop her heel. So can you see that we're getting this nice range here? Then point the toe, make it look pretty, and back. How's that feel?
Very pretty.
And that is ever so important, isn't it? Now, what I'm going to do, again, you might do 15 to 20 on each leg. Part of this is not just about getting the ankle range, but it's also teaching you to respond quickly. Now, what I'd like to do is slip this heel under there. Now, what I'm going to do is put a weight. Now, you might just put one of those cuff weights. It might be a little bit easier for you and it won't fall off. Okay, so I'm just going to help her here. And what you're going to do is just lift your foot up. Yeah, it's quite hard, isn't it? Can you feel that working here? And then down, okay? So I want you to maintain as much strength as possible. I do find those cuff weights just that little bit better for this. And then, now I've got her with the heel on here, but you can take this down and lower, and then go back up again. Yeah. So you could progress it lower and lower. Now I realise that this is a big program for you to do, but even if you can do 20 or 30 reps each day of at least half this program, it will help with your ankle range. Now, I will give you one treat to do as your reward. I will do it, you haven't worked hard enough. So all I'm going to do is put the two little domes on here, and you just put it on the back of your calf, and you just rock back and forward. It's a shame you didn't work hard. And then you just work it down and back, and you can see I'm just pointing and flexing. It's just to help relieve the calf. Thank you.